All right, guys, so I'm in the VOYAH showroom, as you can see right there, and I'm going to do a quick walk around of their new VOYAH Passion S right here. If you have seen my review of the Xiaomi YU7 or YU7 GT, you would probably see the familiarity in the design with this car. But all the same, let's go around and see if how similar they are or how different they are. So I'm going to start up here as I usually do by taking a look at the roof line. You can see there is a radar sensor up there, which helps with the autonomous driving. This is common here in China. And then on the windshield, you can see you have some cameras and some sensors up there, good for the autonomous driving and for safety. And then if we look at the windshield, it's a nicely blacked out windshield. I believe it has just the right tint from factory, and it has some nice black bezels around it. And then if you look on the windshield, you have your wiper blades there. If we move back just a little bit, you can see the bonnet. It looks very, very similar to that of the Xiaomi cars. I'm not sure if they are sharing the design or some sort of manufacturing plant or something, but we can see there are some nice air outlets here indicated by this nice grille here. So this car also comes with a front frank. So to open it, you just knock twice and then it opens, but it's not electronic, so you have to then lift it up. But it's got gas struts on both left and right, so lifting up, you don't need manpower. You just have to push it up and then it goes up automatically. But once it opens, you can see that the inside of the boot lid, the lid is lined with some nice felt material. And then if we go down, you can see it has basically similar configuration as the Xiaomi, which is not a bad thing because that's a good looking car. And then we come down here, you can see a bold VOYAH badge in here. Unfortunately, the space in this one is very, very tiny, but you can drop like a boots, your gym items, or some backpack or something, and it should be fine for your trip. Now, to get it back down, we just have to do it manually, but it's soft as well. You place it here and it's soft close, so you don't have to use manpower. You just press it ever so lightly. Once you hear the click, you let go, and then it's going to shut as well. So let me do that again. And then you can lift it up, and to shut it, you just press it down once. Once you hear the click, you let go, and then it's going to lock automatically. As we move further to the front, you can see it has this sloping bonnet, and once we get down here, you can see how nice the daytime running lights look. They span all the way from the left to the right, and it's doing all these illumination effects as well. VOYAH is one of the old Chinese car brands. They were one of the first to get into electric car business. This is their logo, kind of like flying a bird wings. This in Chinese with a S, but in English, this is the Passion S. Let's take a look at a bit more detail. So you have proximity sensors indicated on the piano black material, and right above the number plate, there's a camera. And if we go down here, we got some sensors going on. Showed us lighter sensors. And if you look down here in the grill, you can see that the vents are closed now, but when it's needed, it will open for ventilation. And if you look down here, you can see this piano black material. And if we look at the light in itself, you look there, you can see a blue illumination, but this is patterned as well, broken lines sort of system. The blue indicates autonomous driving, and the others all indicate daytime running lights, and the head beams themselves are down here. So you get two beams for high and low beam, and there's another one hidden in the corner there for cornering lights and fog lights and that kind of thing. And as we come down here, you can see, being a sporty design, you can see some air inlets here with some very thick, high quality plastic grill here. It feels very thick when you touch it, and that is going to allow air to go through here and then come out of this area for aerodynamics and also for cooling the brakes. So, and then on the side here, we have a proximity sensor right there. So that's really cool. And then if we look at the wheel well, it has this piano black material around it. I'm just wondering if over time it's not going to scratch. And then we look at the inside of the wheel well, it has some nice carpet material. Interestingly, there is no air suspension on this one. And if you look at the tire itself, you can see it comes with Yokohama tires, entire size 255/50 rim 21 for the front, 109V speed rating, so some really strong speed rating here. A very nice wheel for this car. In there you have a nice thick brake disc with a yellow colored brake caliper, and the brake caliper is of the same yellow color as the test car that you can see out there. So the yellow one out there is the test car. And as we go further, let me just move back a little so we can see the full design of the car from the side. It looks very similar to the YU7 from Xiaomi. And I showed you earlier these air inlets here. I believe this is the exit for the air that is going through that side. So being an electric, a full electric car, that is not for the purpose of cooling the engine, but for aerodynamics. And then we come to the side of the A pillar here. You got some sensors going on here, and then you got another camera there rear facing. And underneath the rear view mirror, you have two cameras here. I believe one is a sensor and the other is a camera. And if you look at the turn signal, it doubles as your blue illumination for autonomous driving. You can see NFC here for the key card and the phone opening. That is common on many Chinese cars. If we look at the doors, you go to the bottom of the door, you can see this piano black material stretching from the front all the way to the rear, giving it a really continuous design of a piano black material from the front, and you see it on the rear bumper as well. Now let's look at the door configuration. So to open the doors, you may have known from my previous videos that there's a new policy in China that from next year onwards, cars should go back to the conventional door opening handles, no more pop-out style or funny gimmicky door opening handles. So you can see that they are all going for that VW style. I believe VW pioneered this with their new ID car. So there's a sensor underneath. So once you place your hand there, it will pop open, but you can also open it manually by pulling it when the electronics fail. And then you can see the doors are soft closed doors as well. So that is it for the front. But if you look at the window area, you can see that whole area is blacked out and the bottom is blacked out as well, giving you this nice contrast and preventing the car from looking too bulky. And the rear door is basically the same mechanism, soft closed doors in the rear as well. Really, really nice touch. So if you look at the rear, again, you got a piano black material around the wheel well. You get this very pronounced lip here to prevent debris from hitting the parts of the car. Again, in the rear, we have 255/50 rim 21 tires, 109V. So these are not Stargate tires. They're of the same size, same rim, and the same design, the color of the brake caliper. Again, another thick brake disc in the rear as well. Overall, looking very clean, very nice, and very sporty. And in the wheel well, we have carpet material all going all around. So if I just step back, we can see that the rear is a little bit more is slopey, giving it this coupe style. And if we look just here, we have another air inlet here, although quite narrow. It allows air to go through there from the tires and from around the car, and then it exits from the back here, but it's done nicely with, again, another thick feeling plastic grill here. So yeah, it's very, very similar to the Xiaomi YU GT. If we step to the rear, if we go up there, we can see it's got these nice rear spoilers here, and then a camera right in the middle, all sit on this piano black material. And as you come down, you have a blacked out window from factory, and you come down to the badging area. VOYAH has always done this illuminated lettering for their badge, and you can see some animation, nice animation going on for your daytime running lights, blue illumination for autonomous driving. And in the housing itself, it's got this nice sort of diamond design as well. And as we look down here, you can see a camera down here right above the number plate and the number plate placement area. You got your reverse light here sitting together with the reflectors. You got your piano black material down here in this very lovely design, and your proximity sensors are integrated in the piano black material, disguising it really nicely. You got your Passion S badge in here, and you can see a racing flag here telling you it's ready for racing. So if I just move to the right side, we can see that the design is basically similar to the Xiaomi YU7 and YU7 GT. So the only difference you're going to have on the right is you're going to have your charging here. So if I press this, it pulls upwards, and I like this. It's similar to what VW did with the ID7. I believe this is better for rainy days, especially when you're charging, so raindrops don't get directly into your charging system. So you have your fast and slow charging ports. To shut it, you just press this button and it's going to shut nicely. So yeah, let me move back again so we can see the design. I think it's lovely. The Xiaomi is a lovely car, so it's not surprising that VOYAH decided to go the same design. I think it looks pretty from all angles. Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comment section. Now let's move on to the interior, starting from the boot. So to open the boot, you just press that conventional button, and it feels really good as well. The button feels good. There's nothing shaking when you press the button. And if we look up here, we got your number plate lighting. You got a button to shut the window. You got two hooks here, up to about 3 kilograms of weight, one on the right and one on the left, and electronic tailgates as well, so you don't have to do it through manpower or woman power. And then if you look at the interior of the boot lid, it is plastic, so that's fine because it's things you're going to put in this and not human beings, so that's fine. But if you look at the boot opening itself, it's very wide and it's kind of slopey because this is a coupe style sports crossover, and again similar to the YU7. But the space itself, I think, is adequate for this size of car. I mean, if you're a family traveling and you choose this car, you shouldn't expect something much more than that, but there's a lot of boot space, I can say for sure. Now, if we look up here, we have another hook here for carrying up to 3 kilograms of weight. You get your big boot light in here, 22 kilowatt, 220 volt AC 3-pin socket here for connecting your electronic devices. And on the left side, you have another 3 kilogram maximum hook here. And you have your two buttons to drop your rear seats. And then you got another boot light in here. We got this llama stuffed animal here, so it gives you an impression of how much space or how much luggage you can carry in this boot. The whole interior is lined with some nice carpet material. You got a speaker grill here on the left, and you got a nice elastic here to hold things in place. Hooks here on the left and the right, and then in the inside as well. So you're going to be able to carry some nice luggage here, and things will not be annoyingly rattling about because the bottom part is mostly carpet material, and as you go up higher, you have plastic material on the side. And if I just look underneath, there is not that much space, extra space in the boot, but you can put bits and pieces here, flat items, and you have your tow hook here, you have your triangle, and then you have, I believe, a charging cable or a tire repair kit. So you can put extra bits and pieces there. It's kind of flattened here with these runners, so it will be quite easy to load things in and out of the car. So that's about it for the boot. And to shut it, you just press that button and it's going to shut automatically. So that's a nicely done interior, and the boot shuts really nicely as well. It's got this quality feel to it once the boot shuts. So we're going to take a look at the interior. So you just place your hand there and then it pops open. But let's look at the door itself. So doors are double glazed from factory, as you can see from here. So it's going to stop a lot of external sound from coming in the cabin. Nicely blacked out from factory. You can see the door configuration. I think this one is done a bit nicer than the Xiaomi one. What do you think? Leave it in the comments. You got some speaker grills here, 1, 2, 3, and I can tell you the VOYAH speakers sound really good, as it is on most Chinese cars nowadays. You got some nice rubber seals here preventing noise, debris, and water from getting in your cabin. But let's look at the details here. You get some nice orange stitching here, and you get this nice panel here, and underneath, hidden underneath, is your ambient lighting. So it hits this plastic material and it shows into the cabin, really nice. And underneath there you have this silver aluminum material, and the interior is also nice napa leather material. And as you come up here, it's got some nice sleek material there as well. Not sure what it is. Got this nice orange stitching here, screaming of sport. You hold here to shut the door. This button opens the door. It doesn't close it, but you press it to open. And then you have a button here for reclining your seat. So if I press that button, you can see the seat reclining, and if I press the opposite one, you can see it coming back again. So it's nice that they have it on the door, and this one obviously will roll down your windows, and it goes up relatively fast and quiet as well. And when you look here, you have your door pockets. They are not that deep, but it's adequate for little cups and bottles and stuff like that. And you got this red lever here to pull to open when the electronics fail in an emergency. But when the door opens, it opens to about, I would say, 65, 70 degrees, which is adequate. And you can see this part is recessed nicely, so it's going to allow more room for easy entry. But when the door is open, you can see how much space there is in this car. It might be dark here, pardon me, but if you look at the interior, more than enough leg room. Let's take a look at the seat first. So you have this nice textured layered design here, nice stitching, and there's this orange leather here to give it some contrast. Orange is one of my favorite colors, so yeah, this is a win for me. Paired with the black seats is just perfect. Nice perforations here, soft cushions, nice stitching. You got isofix anchor points hidden underneath this flap here on both window seats. And if you look to the backrest, you have some nice sporty bits there. So you get this aluminum integrated in here, and another one there. I'm not sure about putting aluminum or metal in the seats, but it gives it a really nice touch. You got some nice design headrest here, and you've got this slip here to run the seat belts through so they don't get snapped when you recline your seat. So that's a nice touch. The same orange material on the bottom is also minimally put here on the side as well. So overall, nice bench seat, really wide seat area, and nice leg room as well. So if I just sit in the seat, let me just first take a look at this center seat. So you can pull this lever and drop it manually. Once it drops, you have a nice hand rest here, and when you lift that area, you have a flat area where you can store other things, and it's lined with nice thick felt material, so things you drop here are not going to rattle about. And when it drops, it doubles as your hand rest. And another area here where you can drop a phone or something, or a wallet or something like that while the car is in motion. And then when you look up here, you have two cup holders that come with these grips as well, which are going to hold things in place. So that's about it for this. And when you don't need it, just push it up back into place. Sat in the middle, yeah, the seat in the middle is a little firmer and a little higher, so it might not be the best car for carrying 3 passengers at the same time, especially adults. But if you have 2 adults on the window seats and you have a kid in the middle, that should be fine. But if I just go back to my seat, you can see the headroom is adequate and leg room is not a problem at all. Even for me at 183 centimeters tall, that seat is in my driving position, so it's doable. Just on the back of the seats, you don't have any pockets for storage on both sides. And then you also have some sporty bits here to tell you what kind of car you are sitting in. So that's cool. So behind the driver's seat, there is no way to hang any bracket or anything. But if you go to the passenger, behind the passenger seat, there is this opening here where you can insert like a bracket to hang off iPads and tablets and things like that. And if we look here, you got aluminum in there as well, making it look really nice. You can't see through, but it's got this nice configuration here with this aluminum, gives it a nice luxury touch. So when you're sat here in the back, this is the view you are having of the car. Now if we look up here, we have interior lighting here, which is touch to activate. So you touch it to turn it on. There's a microphone hole here, and then there's a speaker grill up there. And when you touch up there, it's not Alcantara material, but it's this nice soft fabric, and it has a panoramic roof stretching from the rear all the way to the front. But unlike other cars, instead of just leaving it at the glass, they have a sunshade here which you can turn on automatically to close up the whole top. So on hot days, that is not going to be a problem. And inside the speaker grill up here, you can see some lighting coming from there. Makes it look really nice with the ambient lighting protruding from here. So all the different accents, different stitching, color, and the lighting. Obviously the ambient lighting, you can change the color, but the ambient lighting goes to where you hold to shut the door and also in the door pocket. So it's a really nice place to be. And I can see that the door is not flat. The panel in the door is not flat. It's kind of curved out, so it gives it more room. So when I sat here, I have more than enough room to enjoy myself on this ride. Now, before we go to the front, let's take a look at this area here. So there's a screen here for the rear passengers to control their AC, seat ventilation, massage, seat heating, and fan seat speed, that kind of thing. So you got 3 stages for the ventilator seats, and you have 3 stages for the heated seats. And you got one for the right passage controls for the right passenger as well. You got some nice air vents here for controlling the direction of the wind. You got a type C charging port here. I'm not sure how fast it is because it's not indicated, but judging from what's happening on cars nowadays, it must be about 50 or 60 watts. There is also this nice light device here which you can take out, and you can see it has charging ports on the bottom there which contacts the part on the bottom to charge it, but you can use it for many different purposes. So it's basically different lighting configurations, so you can change the lighting. You can have different lights, and if you're in an emergency, you can use it. You can place it on the top of the car just to serve as a reminder to oncoming traffic, or you can just place it anywhere in the car. It can also mimic the sounds, follow the beat of the music, just to give you, it's just an extra accessory just to have fun with, but it can also come in handy in an emergency. That's really cool use of the space here. And when you're done with it, you just place it back there. It comes in contact and it's always being charged, and it also serves as a ambient lighting as well to illuminate the lower part of the interior. You can see the bottom has some nice carpet and it's very spacious as well, even in the front. There's just this little lip there, but that's fine. It's more than enough space. So let's move on to the front passenger seat. So let's continue with the front passenger seat. So if I just place my hand there, it's going to open, and the door configuration is basically the same as what we saw on the other side, so I'm not going to talk about that again. And if we go to the front passenger seat controls, we have seat forward and back buttons all nicely blacked out. Looks really nice. You got a seat recline right here, you can see it happening, and then you also got cowl support here. So when I press it, you can see the cowl support coming up, and then you can push it back. It's a little bit slow, but eventually it's going to serve the purpose. And this button will also activate your gravity seat, which is being done by most Chinese cars nowadays. And interestingly, the seat rises and then it drops all the way. So it's a one button press, and then it's going to do all that functionality for you. And when you want to bring it back down, you just press it and it's going to go back to the original position. And I would say it does that pretty fast compared to some other cars. The seat configuration looks really, really pretty in my opinion. Perforated seats, nice pattern, and overall good design. You get the same aluminum inserts in the seats, nice headrest here. There are no speakers on the headrest area of the passenger seat, but the driver has around the shoulders, so that's something to note. But overall, very nice seat configuration and design. If I just sit in the car, so you can see that the ambient lighting comes from here and continues. When the door is shut, it's going to continue here as well. And once I'm sat here at 183 centimeters tall, I would say this is a very comfortable seating position. And you can see there's no glove box here, so they've cut out in here. So no matter how short or tall you are, you're going to have more than enough leg room here. And you got a speaker grill on the A pillar there. You got another speaker grill right above the head of the front passenger. You look up here, you got a sun visor, conventional sun visor, and you got this flimsy, flippy mechanism, which I don't like very much. I like the plastic ones better. Easy to operate, but it's there. And once you pull it down, you have this nice mirror here with the lighting all around it. Looks quite nice. And then you just push it to shut it, and you push it back. The top is not Alcantara, it's just some nice soft fabric material, but at least it's dark, so it's going to disguise dirt quite well. Then we come down to this area. You get nice soft material here, airbag indicator right there, and soft material on the dash as well. The screen itself is quite low, so you're going to be able to see quite nicely out. You get air vents facing you directly, so it's going to be easy to get the wind to the location where you want it. It's not got this nice clicky feeling to it as well, so that's good. You got one air vent, 2 and 3 right here. So at my head level, this is what I'm seeing. So it's got a nice clear view out. You got a nice speaker here with some lights around it, crystallized lights protruding through there as part of the ambient lighting. On this side, you have a button here. This is not the first time I'm seeing this on many cars as well, and also on the Xiaomi. That's why I say this car is very similarly designed as the Xiaomi. You got a hook here to hang things off, sitting on this nice quality aluminum, and if you don't need it, you just press it back. And if we look down here, we got some storage area from the passenger side, which is accessible by both the passenger and the driver. But if we look underneath, there's a 12-volt socket here, there's a charging port here. So nice cute storage area here. So yeah, if I sat here, I say 183 centimeters tall, I have more than enough leg room, and I have adequate headroom as well. And in front of you, you have this huge screen, and this right side is dedicated to the passenger. Now let's move on to the driver's seat and see what it has to offer. So opening the driver's door, place your hands there and it opens. Configuration is the same, with the exception of the driver having obviously one button here to tuck in the rear view mirrors. You get a button to close and open. You got 4 buttons here to control all the 4 windows. And if we go down here, we got the same buttons here: cowl support, we got seat forward, back, you got seat recline and forward, you got lumbar support right here. So the driver also has the gravity seat function here. So the seat configuration is basically the same, and as you can see, you got a airbag tag here, so it means there's an airbag in the middle, which is going to prevent the front passenger and the driver from hitting in case of an emergency. And like I mentioned earlier, the driver has speakers on his shoulders, so he's going to be able to hear his navigation through only his headrest. And if I just sit in the driver's seat, this seat is in my driving position, so you can see that I have more than enough leg room. You look down here, there's a nice pocket here for storage of wallets, cards and things like that. So if you look at the roof, you have a nice button here to bring in the sunshade that I talked about. Let me just stop it and send it back because I don't need that. You get interior lighting here, which is touch sensitive, so if I just hit it, it's going to turn on and off. You got a hazard button here, which is always illuminated. SOS button here, all sitting in on this nice piano black material. And then you got your nice design of the ambient lighting around there as well. And then you have your rear view mirror here. It's just a mirror. It doesn't turn into a camera. It's not taking any feed from any of the cameras. It's smallish, but I can see quite nicely out from the rear window. Got another speaker grill on the top of the driver. And if we look at the dash, it continues all the way to the left side. It's basically the same design, but here you have the cutout for the HUD. And I'm not sure you can see, but there's a HUD animation going on there, so that's nice. You look at the B pillar, you have a speaker grill here, and you look on this side, you got a sensor going on which will monitor the driver's level of tiredness, that kind of thing. Behind the steering wheel is a dedicated screen for the driver, which displays most of the basic information that you need. I won't say this is the most legible I've seen, but I think it's doable. You just need quick glances to see what is being displayed there. Gives you car information, but I would have wished it was a little bit bigger. And if we look here, we can see that it has a very nice rounded steering wheel with flattening only a little bit on the bottom. And overall it's a very nice design, but I can see a bit of Huawei in here with the steering design. You got a swivel here to control functions. You got a start button, I believe, for your favorites, and then a widgets button here, call button, voice activation, and another one here for controlling volume. So if I move it, you can see the volume going here up and down, so right at your fingertips. You look at the lever on the left, it is your lever for your turn signal. It also doubles as your wiper and then your lighting control. And the one on the right side obviously is your gear activation. You press P here to park. Overall a nice design. So you have perforations in the middle, and then on the edges is all smooth, so that's nice. Got your air vents here, and we turn our attention to the center here. So you got this armrest here, which is not adjustable, but it's of a very nice height, and you press here, you can open, and you can open from the passenger side as well. So two-way opening. Now when it opens up to a fridge here, which is something common on Chinese cars now, so I'll not say much about it. And then you get an extra space here where you can store something else. And then you have your two cup holders here, also conventional. And you can see even the rounded cup holders are very similar to the Xiaomi. Let me know which one do you think overall is better designed. Is it this one or the Xiaomi? But they basically have similar features. And if you look here, we have a wireless charging pad on this side, which also doubles as your NFC connectivity, and is ventilated as well, so your charging phone is not going to overheat. But on this side it's not charged, it's just a place to place another phone. You got VOYAH badging here. Now if we look at the screen itself, let's go and look at what it looks like. It's of a nice resolution. I wouldn't say it's crisp, but it's adequate, it's clear enough. Let's just see what it has. So you have your home button here. You can press this to populate your downloaded apps. Obviously you can download a lot more from the whatever market you're using. And then you also have your settings here, which are in Chinese right now. And then you also have your mapping controls here. You got your radar or lidar picking up cars and objects in proximity here, and then you have your mapping here, which is snappy as well. It's using Huawei technology, so yeah, it's a technology company, so it's very smooth. And then you also have your entertainment button here, music and all that kind of stuff. You got your seat controls here. So the steering wheel is heated, front seats are heated and ventilated and massaged, and the rear seats are ventilated and heated as well. And then you have your AC master control in the middle. You have your 360 view camera. Even in the showroom on a relatively cloudy day, you can see how clear it indicates around the car. You got your air wind direction here. You get your defogger here. You got this to tuck in your mirrors. You got here to activate your AI stuff, which is very common nowadays. And you got a master volume here also especially for the front passenger. And if we go back to the home screen, you have some widgets populated here for quick access. And up there you have your profile, you have your antivirus and stuff like that. You have the time right in the middle, and then you have your connectivity, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 5G, that kind of thing on the top right hand side. So overall, very similar to the Xiaomi YU7, but also having its own bits and pieces of uniqueness. If we look at the headroom, it's very generous, I would say. For a person of a height of 183 centimeters, I've just dropped my seat and I have even more headroom. So that's really, really generous. right, guys, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm truly grateful. If you enjoyed this quick walk around, I hope it was satisfactory to you and you found value in it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so we can grow it together. Till I see you in the next video, guys. Ride legal, ride safe always. Peace, and I'm out.